Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you are new to this channel then please smash that subscribe button now, and we are about 163 subscribers away from the 1.3k mark, which is the new goal of our channel. So if you are new, please smash that subscribe button and also like the video. And so in the comments before we start the video, do let me know how did you find the lists. We finished 3 lists: Kannada, Tamil and Hindi. So how did you find them? What was your feedback? Do let me know in the comment section. With that, let's start. I'm giving the lists a little break now. So the lists are going to resume from Sunday, that is day after tomorrow. So today I thought that, why don't I just take a break and review a Malayalam film instead, something that I was waiting for a very long time. And the film that I am going to be reviewing and talking about today is the new Malayalam film Vellakka, which is streaming on Sony Live. And one of the reasons why I was excited about watching this film, besides it being a Malayalam film, is because it was directed by Tharun Moorthy, who had earlier directed the spectacular Malayalam film Operation Java. It was absolutely magnificent, that film, and I was really looking forward to this film, but I also had a hint of skepticism. And the reason why I say that is because, every successful film, a director falters in the next, film. So something like, even like a Gold, which is directed by Alfonso Putrin, it was following after Premam. Premam was a very big hit in 2015, and Gold in turn, it was average, it was watchable, but not the level that I had expected from a director of Premam. And so this is a very generic statement, but it does hold true at times. To follow up from a successful film, it can be a little difficult. So then there are also instances of the other way around, when successful directors become even more successful with their next future ventures. And I was hoping that, Vellakka would fall in that category. So with much hope and skepticism, I finished watching Vellakka, which is now streaming on Sony Live. And here are my thoughts on it. And this review, by the way, will contain mild spoilers, so please bear with me. So talking about the story and screenplay, Vellakka is a story of youth who is, summoned by the court to, pay a visit for a case that, has been long pending since decades. And this comes in the wake of a time when that protagonist, the youth that is there, he wants to go to Gulf, to work or to study. It's not clear, but he just wants to go to the Gulf. So that is the basic premise, and this is one of the finest courtroom dramas that I have seen in Malayalam film, along with Nathan Case Kodu. I think that was another brilliant courtroom drama that was there. And I say that because here, it could so easily have been a comedy. In fact, it was structured as a comedy as well, right at the beginning. But eventually, as it progresses, it becomes grim, it becomes emotionally moving, and something that, it stayed with me after the film had ended. Now, another reason why I did like it is because it is very relevant. Now, as per the film, there are about 47 million pending cases in the Indian court. And that is a staggering number. Yet, as said by the judge in the Hindi film Jolly LLB 2, the character of Saurabh Shukla, he says that every time there's a conflict between two people, they tell each other, I'll see you in court. And that is something that is a powerful statement. I'll see you in court in a matter that can be amicably resolved outside court. You do want to take that leap, because of your egos, to pay a visit to the court where your matter will be settled eventually after generations. So that is the basic premise of the film that is there. The screenplay here, standing at almost 150 minutes, may seem daunting, but it contributes to so many moments that, just stay with you long after the film has ended. Now, the first thing that I really liked about the drama was the setup. Now, the opening scene contains a camera that is following a person in a police station. And this scene particularly reminded me of it gave me a vibe of Operation Java, a film that was centered around a temporary hire of employees at a police station, and that gave me a vibe, it was amidst the chaos of a police station that was there, and something that I did get a vibe, and a good vibe. It was not a complaint as it was a good vibe that I got. But soon, that vibe evaporates, and you are taken into a world that is completely different, where the protagonist elsewhere, sitting elsewhere, is summoned here to appear before the court. And that is when the conflict, arises. It's been, and we get to know through a series of flashbacks that this particular character is only a victim, and somebody else is the accused. A very aged woman is an accused in this case, and that was something that made me even more curious as to what was going on. So, series of flashbacks make the picture clearer. Now, the thing that I really liked was the seamless tonal shift that was there in the drama. It started off as a bit of a comedy, and it made its way into something that was very serious and emotionally moving, and this was done in a very seamless manner, absolutely seamless manner that was there. And so here, in a very comic scene, you can say, and I say it comedy with all due respect, because the scene comprises of an old lady, getting accidentally hit when the kids are playing, only to slap the young protagonist that was there, and breaking his frontal teeth. And so this is a comedy because a scene prior to that shows that the protagonist's milk teeth was already loose, and he was trying to pull it off anyway. It wasn't coming out, and so the slap did it for him. So that was a comedy that he got admitted because his teeth were broken, and that old lady got into trouble. Another thing that I liked was the characterization here of the old lady. It doesn't start off in a good note for the viewer. The viewer would be judgmental, thinking that, oh, she's grumpy and she deserves to do it. But as the film progresses, you get to know that no, this is not right. With old people especially, visiting courts, I think that really your sympathies did land with that character. And coming to the court case that was there, in between, when there was an FIR that was filed, the entire mood of the family changes, of the accused. That is very well shown here as well. The family did become a little toxic towards the aged accused lady that was there, especially her daughter-in-law. She did have certain issues with her, and the husband, the character of the husband, or the son rather, he was torn between his wife and his mother. So that was really well shown as well. It was also a satire in many ways, because just to get a simple bail, a person was seen to be hustling throughout the night, first to meet the magistrate, then to get photocopies, all of that. So that was a satire that was nicely laid out in the screenplay. It was very well laid out. But the actual punch in the screenplay comes when the courtroom scenes start, in the second hour. The courtroom scenes here are absolutely, they do not show any remorse towards the character who is aged. In fact, it was a little bit of a tragic comedy, you can say, because the accused that was there, she was accused in a very trivial case. It was a very frivolous kind of a case, which could have easily been sorted out outside the court. The settlement could have been done. But having said that, the settlement, even though there was an attempt that was being made, due to an ego tussle that was there between one of the characters, it eventually landed up in court, and the court kept delaying it. There was the endless case that just goes on, and that just was deliberately done to just showcase about what a accused goes through over the years and over generations, you can say, in a way. I understand the plight of the Indian judiciary also, because there aren't many personnel who compared to the cases that are being registered. And I think that is when the responsibility of humanity also comes in, whether the conflict can be resolved amicably or not. And that is something that is, portrayed beautifully in the film as well. That final act that is there is both heartfelt and heartbreaking at the same time. Heartfelt because, in an instance you see that the the young protagonist who's now grown up, he's shown to, to lose, is trying to lose the case, so that the aged woman, she, gets free from all the hassles that are happening over the years for her. The court just is going on and on and on, and so he has to take matter in his own hands, and that is something that is done in a emotionally moving scene. Again, he pays the fees of the fine that is there to the court, and the placard reads, there's a camera that pans towards the placard that reads, humanity is an ocean, even a few dirty drops do not dirty the entire ocean, which gives a lot of hope, but at the same time tragedy strikes as well, when uh, the old lady who was accused and now is free, she just falls and collapses and is sent to the hospital. And I thought, oh, this is ending in a sad manner. So it was heartbreaking in many ways, but luckily, right, the film ends on a lot of hope. You see the protagonist meeting her at the hospital and smiling. The first time that you see him smiling is in that last scene that is there. In the entire scene, you don't see him, which actually also is a significance to the tooth that he had. The teeth are grown, that was the milk teeth, and here the permanent teeth are grown. He's showing them and he's showing his affection. So that was really well shown as well. But immediately after that, he just goes out and says, humanity is this, and that, stays with you and ponders with you since a very long time, and after the film has ended. And so the screenplay is brilliantly written. Another example of vintage Malayalam cinema that is there, and absolutely brilliantly well written and executed here. So coming to the technical aspects, I felt that the dialogues have ranged from witty to philosophical in a very good way, especially when the entire film is almost like a conversational kind. It's a conversational narrative, and it makes a lot of impact. It leaves a lot of impact on the viewer. The music and the BGM blend well with the drama. The cinematography captures the vibe of the drama, and art design also, especially, the grimness in the drama is very well captured through that. Director Tharun Moorthy, he's done a fabulous job once again. It is excellent, especially because, the tonal shift on paper would not have been easy, from ranging from a comedy, and I say it with a tinge of salt, it's a dark comedy, changing from dark comedy to something that, becomes like a very grim or emotionally moving tale. That transition was very difficult, and he does it so seamlessly that, this piece of direction is probably the best. I would stick out and say is one of the best that I've seen for a Malayalam film of 2022. And that is the kind of skills that Tharun has as a director. He's done an absolute magnificent job. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances are absolutely brilliant here. Dhanya, Ananya, be it, Shrinda, or be it Nilja, all of them have their moments to shine. Binu Pappu does a fabulous job. He's very sincere and heartfelt, especially in the second half. You see a character arc in his character also. Starts off as someone who's aggressive, but then eventually understands the situation and, causes a change of heart, even towards the one who's the victim, and tries explaining to the victim. That was a nice transition as well. Devi, who plays the grandmother, she does a fabulous job, brilliant job. Her pain is, showcased through her eyes and through her expressions. The tiredness that is there in her face just is gut wrenching and heart wrenching, literally. And that performance is absolutely brilliant here. Brilliant performance here. Lukman also does a fabulous job, amazing job done. And he also has a nice little character arc through his growing years, of course. That the actor is different, as a child that is used, and here, but the same character has a nice little character arc at the end. He understands what is right and what is wrong, and what is right for humanity at the end. So I think that he does a spectacular job here as well. So overall, I feel that Saudi Vellakka is one of the, I think, brilliantly relevant dramas of 2022 and highly emotionally moving in its truest sense. It's streaming on Sony Live. If you haven't watched it, please do watch it. If you have watched it, do let me know your thoughts in the comment section. The Hindi dub is also available, by the way, for the Hindi speaking viewers. The Hindi dub is available also. So do happen to watch it. No reason for you to skip such a beautiful film. So if you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon, share this video with your friends. Let's reach a larger audience and increase the members of our Digi family, our lovely Digi family, who's been steadily growing all these years, all these months, I should say. It's not been a year yet. If you would like to read my full review of Saudi Vellakka, then the link of which is in the description box below. My site is Popcorn Reviews with a double S, so then do visit that as well. Also follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. I do not end up making videos of every content that I watch, but I do write a review, most definitely. And those reviews, those updates you'll find on my social media platforms or on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S. One of the reasons why I had held back the Malayalam list was because I wanted to watch this film. And there's another Malayalam film that is coming next week. Unfortunately, that is not going to feature in my top list. But if I had watched it, probably it would have been, given the word of mouth that I have been hearing. So, the Malayalam list start, I think, either on Sunday or on Monday. So stay tuned for that. It's probably going to be a 1 or a 2 or a 3 part. I have not decided, not compiled the list yet. So a lot of work to be done there. But there's the update. The next list that is going to come out is most definitely going to be Malayalam. Whether it's part 1, part 2 or part 3, a 3-part, 2-part or a single part is something that I will be having a look after, shortlisting all the films that I have rated. So that is that small update there as well. In the meantime, do let me know other lists that have you watched those videos or not. Do share your feedback on those. Also, if there are any recommendations, do throw me that. And I will see you again on Sunday, most probably on Sunday. So then until next time, thank you so much for your love and support.